Hello everybody, in this lesson I'm going to be teaching you how to play the song King of Kings by Hillsong Worship. This is a great, easy song to get started with if you're a beginner. We're only going to be using 4 chords from the C chord family and a nice simple strum pattern. If you are a beginner and you'd like to learn more about the chords I use for this song as well as hundreds of others, you can click right up there to get my free 3-step guide. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is play through the song and then afterwards I'll explain it for you in more detail. Let's get started.
In the darkness we were waiting, without hope, without light, till from heaven you came running. There was mercy in your eyes, to fulfill the law and prophets. To a virgin came the word, from the throne of endless glory, to a cradle in the dirt. Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, 3 in 1. God of glory, majesty, praise forever to the King of reveal the kingdom coming, and to reconcile the lost, to redeem the whole creation. You did not despise the cross, for even in your suffering you saw to the other side, knowing this was our salvation. Jesus, for our sake you died. Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, 3 in 1. God of glory, majesty, praise forever to the King of Kings. In the morning that you rose, all of heaven held its breath, till that stone was moved for good, for the Lamb had conquered death. And the dead rose from their tombs, and the angels stood in awe, for the souls of all who'd come to the Father were restored. And the Church of Christ was born, then the Spirit lit the flame. Now this gospel truth of old shall not live, shall not fade. By His blood and in His name, and in His freedom we are free. For the love of Jesus Christ, who has resurrected me. Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, 3 in 1. God of glory, majesty, praise forever to the King of Kings.
Alright, so this song is in the key of D. Now you could play it with the D chord family, but I'm going to be playing it with the C chord family with my capo on the 2nd fret. So we are still in the key of D. We're just using the C chord family instead, because in my experience that chord family is easier to play than the D chord family. We can eliminate all bar chords and it's just a lot easier transitions in the C chord family. So we have the C chord, we have an F over C chord, which is a nice alternative to the F bar chord in the C chord family. So all we're going to do for that is, if we're coming from C, we're going to take our pinky and put it down on the 3rd fret of the D string, and then we're just going to take our 2nd finger and we're going to drop it down a string to the 2nd fret of the G string. Okay, and so there's no barring here at all. We're just going to start strumming on the D string, and we're going to strum those bottom 4 strings. And then from that F over C, we have a G, and what we're going to do, we have the same shape with our 2nd and 3rd finger. We're just going to take that, shift it up to the E string and the A string, and then we're going to put our pinky down on the 3rd fret of the high E string, and that is our G. And then from there we go back to the C, and that's the progression for all of the verses as well as the bridge. So it's just that repeated over and over and over again, from C, F over C, G, C. On the chorus and the bridge, we're adding in an A minor 7, which if we're here on our C, all we got to do for the A minor 7 is pick up our 3rd finger, and we're on A minor 7. So it's a very, very easy transition. The strum pattern for this song is the driving pattern, which is a nice, simple 4-beat pattern. We're going to have 4 down strums with an up strum after beat 4, and then it repeats. So basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Nice and simple. But we want to make it a little more interesting, so we're going to add dynamics. We're going to add intensity on beats 1 and 3. So every other beat, we're going to make it more intense. We're going to strum harder. And on 2 and 4, we're going to strum softer. And by softer, I mean lighter. We're not going to hit it as hard, but also we're not going to strum all the strings. Okay, we might just hit 2 or 3 strings just to make it a softer, less obvious sound. Okay, and that's going to create some variety in the strum pattern to make it a little bit more interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1. Now, something you want to keep in mind when playing in the C chord family, almost all of the chords, the low E string is not part of it, okay, other than the G chord. The G chord is the only one that uses all 6 strings. The C and the A minor both exclude the E string and start on the A string, okay. The F over C starts on the D string and excludes the E and the A string, okay. So when you're playing in this chord family, you got to keep that in mind. And one thing you could do is use your pinky and just let it rest on the body of the guitar, okay? And that'll be like a little kickstand, a little gauge for you to know how far your hand, the distance your hand is from the strings. And it's going to help you to eliminate some mistakes in terms of, hitting the wrong string or getting your pick to fly out your hand or anything like that. All right, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can be notified when I come out with new lessons. All right, I hope to see you in the next lesson. Take care.